Gaffer, thanks for joining us ahead of Saturday's game against Exeter. Firstly, how are the lads after such a busy period and how are the preparations been going this week?
Yeah, they've been good. They've been working hard. In terms of the players that have been training and some are recovering, but we're preparing well for the Exeter game. Obviously, it was another good win for us in the week, and from our point of view, we've continued the momentum that we've had on this unbeaten run. So we're looking forward to the next game.
And just reflecting on the last two games, how pleased are you to come out the back of those, having first of all won both of them, but also having been able to get more players, more game time?
Yeah, it is that. I think I probably rotated or more than I had initially planned because of the amount of players that we've had unavailable due to injuries. But it's been good because we've got some players up to speed that otherwise wouldn't have got that amount of game time. So, quite a few of them were better in some ways for having the two games back to back because you get up to speed in the first one and get to go again a few days later. So, yeah, good for everyone. We've got a squad now that's hopefully injuries are coming down. We've got a bit of game time into the legs of other players. So, we're ready for the weeks ahead.
And to still be involved in 3 competitions means the games will continue to come thick and fast. But is that a challenge your squad are more than capable of stepping up to?
Yeah, I mean, we've had it all season. We've had, I think it's 33 games. We're going to have the same amount now, probably roughly in a more condensed period. So we've met that challenge well. I think it's about how we recover after games, how we prepare for the volume of games, and we've managed it well. But it's the winter, it's the weather, and it's cold and dark, and you have to really be very disciplined in your lifestyle. I always say to the players, how they recover is really important here. So we've managed it well, and I think we'll continue to do so. And
it's 13 games unbeaten now in all competitions. Do you like the way your team is finding different ways to win and showing that level of consistency?
I do. I like the look of the team. I think we're a team that obviously we can be very dominant in terms of the possession that we have. We like to press aggressively and win the ball back. But in terms of the variety we've had in possession has been really good. If teams are very aggressive and they press us, we're good at beating that press by either going over it or around it or through it. But particularly the forward runs that we've made, I think we can really find a solution in any situation. So I like the look of the team in that way, and I think we've got an edge to us if it gets like into a fight and very scrappy. And I like the way the team competes, and they can really match the opposition in terms of the fight. So yeah, I like the look of the team. I still think we've got areas to improve and growth this season or for the rest of the season. So, and that's what I'll be speaking to the players about today, and we're focusing on.
And I just want to touch on Alphonse Samstead. Last week you spoke about his ability to play as a central defender. He's looked solid in there the last 2 games. Will that versatility help him get more opportunities? Yeah,
I've been quite open about the fact that he's not a centre back, he's just a right back. But it was a case of with Dion sort of leaving, we were just a bit short in that area, and Chris Bielik injured, so just wanted to make sure we protected one of the centre backs. But Alphonse filled in really well. I mean, up against a big striker against Lincoln, he handled mostly pretty well, and then he was even better against Swindon. Used his body well, good on the ball, hit a few good diagonal passes as well. So yeah, Alphonse is a good, experienced player, but a right back that can fill in multiple positions, and I think he'll be important for the rest of the season.
And looking ahead to Saturday, Exeter aside, you've already come up against twice already. Does that make the preparations any different at all?
Not really. I mean, I'll watch them as much as ever, just to see what they've been doing recently and review the games that we have had. They know a bit about us, we know a bit about them, but it's a brand new game. It's a whole new entity. So, we'll have to just take the game as it comes on the day.
And we've had a number of players missing recently through injury. Are any of those who have been out any closer to coming back into the squad for Saturday?
Yeah, so we've got so Jay Stansfield's been training and should be available. We've got Chris Bielik is close, absolutely. Pake's had a little bit of an issue in the week, but looks good. And then there's a few just behind that touch and go for the weekend, but if not, then hopefully next week they'll be available.
And just a couple more. We are in the January transfer window. How are things looking on on that front as things stand? Are we expecting much movement between now and the end of the window?
Yeah, I think that it won't be too much. I mean, from our point of view, we've obviously lost Dion Sanderson in the sense he's gone on loan, so we need someone to come in that position. So that's something we're working on, and hopefully the next day or so we can get someone in to help the squad. Again, Lee, long-term injury at left back, so we're looking at options there. And then we'll see how the last week or so the window goes, and things are starting to move in the market a lot more now. If anything pops up that's of interest, then we might look at it. But we've got a squad that we're really happy with. The players have done really well this season, and we've got good depth as well. So the main thing for us is making sure we have good player availability, avoid injuries, and I'm happy with the squad.
And just finally, we're back at St Andrews at United Park this weekend with what is set to be another big crowd. That's something you must always look forward to. Yeah,
I mean, every game is a joy to be there. Really, it's the atmosphere, the energy that the fans give us. And they sing before kick-off, and I've always said I can sense how intimidating and overwhelming it can be for the opposition. You can sense that from where I'm standing, and the louder they are, the more aggressive they are, the better it is really for us. So I love the games there, and always say to the players that we have to give the fans energy with our performance, and they'll respond. So hopefully we can do that again.
Thanks, Gaffer, and good luck.
Thank you.